KARE-11 Sunrise.
These might be the most dangerous words ever uttered on KARE-11 Sunrise. The wine has arrived.
Yes, one of the people who's going to be at the Food and Wine Show is here with us, and he's a winery owner from Washington State, right? Washington State?
That's correct.
Yes, and so he's joining us. We're going to talk about pairing some wine with fish. And
We're going to get some
varieties.
culture.
We need it.
I am desperately in need.
A lot of people eating fish during the Lenten season, so we thought we'd add a little flavor with the meal with some wine. Minnesota Monthly Food and Wine Show at the Target Field is this weekend, and one of the featured vineyards at the event is Dusted Valley Vintners in Washington State. And the owner, Chad Johnson, is here. And Chad is really here because his brother Aaron has been on the show many times.
Yep.
And you're all Midwesterners. How did you end up in
born and
Washington?
raised cheeseheads. We actually graduated
wine
from
and cheeseheads.
Nothing better, right? Graduated from Stout and we're looking to move back out west, and ended up in Portland and didn't want to just make Pinot Noir, so we looked Eastern Washington, and it's just, there's amazing things going out there in the wine world.
You know what? I'm an Oregonian, so I know
There you
all
go.
about the Pinot Noirs there. Now,
Yeah.
when you think about fish and what you're going to drink with fish, I mean, I
Sure.
usually think white wine. Is that always
Yeah,
the way
that's
you go?
a good way to go. You kind of usually pair with some acidity levels and kind of the body of a wine. But fish cooked pretty simply, like broiled. If you're out there ice fishing, you get some walleye and come in and broil it. Probably something like that Pinot Gris would be better if you're doing something richer.
So that's the red wine grape with the skins removed, right? Or
It's Pinot Gris is the white, kind of a white wine version of maybe a Pinot Noir would be a red wine.
Okay.
So it is white. In a Chardonnay, it can be a little bit oaky and buttery, and a bigger body would go with a little heavier. Maybe that beer battered, deep fried walleye. Well, yeah.
you know all about that.
I thought most people drink beer with their ice fishing.
They always say it takes a lot of beer to make wine. So
We're liking that.
I'm there with you.
Tim's
Now-
laughing anyway.
And then as mentioned, there's probably some Lutherans like me that don't give up the fish for Lent.
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
brought some red wine. or
Yeah,
version-
yeah. This is our Boomtown line. It's kind of our introductory price point stuff, and we have Merlot, Syrah, and Cab, and I'll certainly go with any grilled fare, heavy stews and things like that. This time of year, you're still feeling a little hearty. Made it back just for the first big winter snowstorm.
the only one, really, yeah.
Let me ask you this: because red wine is considered to be a little healthier than the white because of the skins in there. If you wanted a lighter red, you didn't want to go for the the Cabernet kind of red.
Sure, sure.
What would you choose?
Two, I think grapes that are don't get the respect they deserve are certainly Syrah and Merlot. And both have found a great home in Washington State. And they're a little lighter tannins, and probably a little more consumer-friendly, accessible for those people that aren't into those big, hearty wines. So
Well, you have a couple of wines for us to taste, and
Sure.
Ted's been waiting for this.
always.
Oh, have I?
So what?
Okay.
Do you want the red or the white?
I'm a red drinker.
Okay, try the red.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, what one is this?
Chad, what one is this?
That is, I think that's a Cabernet, the Boomtown Cab. Then we also brought along our Dusted Valley Cab. So this is kind of our namesake and a little bit more estate-driven. We farm about 100 acres out in Walla Walla, Washington, where our winery is located, and that would make up the bulk of that wine.
And we've gone over this before, but why Washington? What's going on in Eastern Washington that's really good for winemaking?
It's the desert out there. It's a completely different climate than everybody thinks of. Seattle, that's 40-plus inches of rain. We get an average about 8 inches. Our daylight hours are about 2 hours more than California, so we make up for that short growing season. And for a few other reasons, Washington State just continues to deliver bang for the buck. It's just great wine. And there's getting to be more and more of it here with all of us coming back for the food and wine experience.
Absolutely.
And
Tim's got
festivities.
information on that. I'm going to cut you off,
Yeah.
Chad, because we're running out of time. Chad Johnson is with Dusted Valley Vintners out of Washington State. And Tim, you have some information as well on the food and wine experience.
I have information, but no wine. The main event for the Minnesota Monthly Food and Wine Show at Target Field is sold out for tomorrow, but tickets for Sunday going for $75, and a limited amount of tickets are available for the grand tasting at the Champions Club tomorrow. Tickets there, $90 each. They include valet parking and a commemorative Rydell wine glass. And we're going to post a link to this information on KARE11.com under the Sunrise section.
So we're just getting ready for the food and wine experience at Target Field, which we don't have tickets for.
We're
Who
loading
needs
for bear.
Who needs a ticket?
Dusted Valley Vintners of Washington State amongst those exhibiting. And what did he say? There's a tasting at Stella's he's doing? Chad's
That's
doing?
Monday evening, I think he said,
Okay.
right?